your side of the ball that is coming up that is going to, like, maybe surprise some people?
Surprise some people? I can't just say one guy. I got a couple guys that maybe not even surprised, but that's definitely going to have a better season than they did last year from what I've seen, the work that they put in right now. Probably be Douglas Coleman, Adrian Fry, Tommy, Broderick Washington, Rico Jeffers. It's a lot of guys, you know, just putting a lot of work in outside of what's mandatory. So,
Jordyn, you've been able to come here to AT&T Stadium. You played in this stadium several times in the past. That series is going back to campus. Obviously, you won't be there when they come back to Lubbock, but are you going to miss playing at AT&T Stadium against Baylor?
I mean, I guess we'll be back here though next year. Maybe not be against Baylor, but we'll be back here. So yeah, it was fun. It's always fun to play here in the Cowboys Stadium. It's my favorite team, by the way. So anytime I get a chance to come in here and play, I try to do my best.
You mentioned Rico. Y'all talked in the past how close the linebackers were, like Dakota, you and Rico, y'all go out and do stuff on a weekly basis. Can you just kind of speak to that on y'all's relationship, how it's grown over the last couple? Yeah.
Oh yeah, me and Rico, that's my boy. Right hand man. You know, we do everything. You know, me and him. You know, we lead the linebacker positions. You know, just extra work, and like we got a lot of new linebackers coming in, so me and him just try to lead by example and show the young guys how it's done, so when we're gone, you know, it continues.
How do y'all complement each other?
You know, we kind of got the same game. I'm probably a little bit faster than Rico, but he's definitely up there strength-wise, so, you know, I just know if I'm not somewhere I need to be, he'll be there, you know. He's a smart football player as well, so I can say.
You personally, we've talked before about your first game at Arizona State against a Power 5 opponent, how it was an eye-opener for you. Now you're a senior leader. Just your progression from there to now, what's that been like?
It's been crazy. From that game to now, back then it just all sounded like a foreign language. But from now, the game is just slowed down, and that just comes with experience and just being in them big games. And in these last 3 years, that's definitely helped me to this point.
How are you health-wise?
I'm the healthiest I've been. I was talking about it earlier. Coach Scholes has really done a great job helping me get my shoulders right. We just do a lot of shoulder internal, external stuff. Like we do it every day, and it really does work. And a lot of these lifts are designed for if you've had injuries. So I really have a lot of respect for him as well, Coach Scholes, for helping me get my shoulder right coming in my last season.
You mentioned, getting back here to this building, referencing the Big 12 championship game.
Yeah.
How important is that kind of confidence, that sort of almost swagger on the defensive side of the ball? I mean, do you need that?
Definitely need that, because I feel like it's a lot harder to play defense than it is to play offense. And all defense is just confidence. If you don't have any confidence in yourself, it's just gonna get blown out every game. And I think that's one thing that we're trying to build right now, just confidence. Everybody's just as good as everybody. So that's why.
There's been a lot of success at Texas Tech in other sports this spring.
Yeah.
How much does that help you guys?
That's big. Shout out to the baseball team, track team, basketball team, golf teams, everybody. Everybody. And I'm excited about it. I'm glad that they did what they did, because it just kind of makes us look at each other like, come on now, like we got to get it together. And I think that would be huge for us if we pull that off.
You guys, all the sports athletes, you guys see each other every day, whatever. Even in a good-natured way, do you expect them to kind of say, all right, look what we did, you guys need to step up? I mean, is that, even if they're saying that, is that a good thing to kind of get that motivation?
It's just like that competitive nature,
Yep.
I see basketball turning up, well, we got to go turn up too, so I think that's good. I'm glad that they went to the Final Four, because now I want to go to the Final Four, but football. So
right. Coach Wells said it shows that it can be done in Lubbock.
Yeah.
And, some people would say, that ain't right, you can't do it in Lubbock, but does that prove to you guys on the football team that if they can do it in Lubbock, we can do it too?
Definitely. It's just a matter of taking it game by game. It sounds crazy right now because of what the past has shown, but then when you go out and win it, now everybody's surprised. So I think we got the ability to do it. We just got to go do it.
Probably sounded crazy for the basketball team to make the national championship.
They came in unranked.
Yep.
After making an Elite Eight, and
right.
They finished top 2. So,
can you explain the philosophy or attitude that Coach Wells has as far as how you guys gonna play?
Yeah. He's just, like I said, when he first came, the first thing he told us is that he wants to win now. So he surrounded us with the best coaches that he could possibly get, and I think that the whole coaching staff to the strength staff is a perfect fit for what we have going right now, for the players we have, and I think it can ultimately help us bring success.
He's going to use a tight end on offense, which you guys didn't used to do that,
yeah.
And he said that's key to his offense. You're still gonna throw them. You guys aren't gonna grind it. Mm-hmm. But how much do you think that'll help you guys defensively to be up against that kind of offense more in practice? As far as like stopping the run and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it'll help us a lot because some teams in the Big 12 use tight ends, and if you see it in practice, it'll just make it that much easier in the game. So, and like you said, it'll help in the run game tremendous.
Y'all have actually showed some pretty good improvement the last couple of years stopping the run. I mean, maybe a lot of people outside haven't seen that, but y'all actually made huge improvement. It's been like against the pass. It seems like, almost everybody in the Big 12 has struggled against the pass. You mentioned some of the blitzing and some of the stuff without giving away too much. What is that going to mean for you as a blitzer and being able to get up to the quarterback and then in turn, what could that mean in making a difference in pass defense?
It can be huge. Just knocking the quarterback, everything is timing. So if we just get in the quarterback's face, we don't have to sack him. It just take a couple seconds for a DB to break on the ball, for us to get a hand in his face and disrupt the pass. So I just think just little things like that, just getting after him and making him uncomfortable in the pocket. It's just a lot of times in the past, just a lot of quarterbacks we haven't played against, just way too comfortable back there. It's just picking us off and playing 7-on-7. So I think this should be pretty big for us.
I'm going to talk to some of the players about, ESPN did a big story about horns down.
Yeah.
Do you think that should be a penalty if a player does that in a game when they're playing Texas?
This is the way I see it. I think it should be a penalty if you're doing it intentionally to another Longhorns player.
Yeah.
But if you just, like TJ did it 2 years ago, he just, he turned around and did it. I don't think it should be a penalty, but at the same time, I don't make the rules. I can't change the rules.
Right.
But I would disagree with it.
Yeah. It seems like it's also kind of like some guys, I think the referee maybe doesn't see it, or if it's, it's not particularly automatic.
Mm-hmm.
What if a team went like that to you guys? Would that piss you off?
Yeah, it's like a slap in the face. So,
yep.
And then if they did that, they mean they did something good on the field. So,
should that be penalized?
I think that should be penalized.
If they're going to penalize it. Yeah.
Exactly.